Hey guys, so today's look is going to be a hot mess. As you can tell, I'm already priming my face without even doing my eyeshadow, so I clearly messed up really early in this video. If you wonder why, it's because my parents were in town, so I was talking to them throughout the whole entire video. So my head was not in the game, as you can tell. So here I notice, and then I start to prime my eyelids with my Maybelline Better Skin Concealer and just blending that out. Cope with me. Today's tutorial is going to be all over the place, but I'm sure you'll like the results. I'm going to start off by blending Milk Chocolate from the Too Faced Chocolate Bar Palette into my crease. I'm going to go back with Milk Chocolate and Salted Caramel. So those are going to be my main two eyeshadows that I'm going to use for my crease today. And if you see me picking in the middle of my forehead, is because I had just finished doing my eyebrows and there was some wax left over there. And of course, my mom and my dad are making me laugh throughout this whole entire video. I finally showed you that I was using milk chocolate. So I'm just blending. I'm using one of the Wet n Wild's blending brushes. At first, I didn't even know what look I was going to put together for this tutorial, but then I started winging it and I was kind of happy with how it turned out, so I hope you guys like it as well. Then I'm going to go in with Salted Caramel like I mentioned before, and I'm also going to put that into my crease, a little bit higher in the crease to add more definition to my crease area. This Too Faced palette smells so good, like so good. You have no idea. All the eyeshadows smell like chocolate, literally. So it kind of makes you want to eat it. When in doubt, just continue blending. Now I'm going in with Amaretto, and I started to apply this all over my eyelid because I essentially wanted to have another color in the middle of my lid. I wasn't sure what color it was going to be yet, but I was just winging it like I mentioned before. So what I did was I applied this color pretty much all over the lid, leaving in like that middle space blank. Not blank, just empty for right now. I'm trying to keep it just on the lid area and out of my crease, as you can see. So keeping it as close to the lid as I possibly can. This is a Mary Kay eyeshadow brush. It's a really old school brush. I can see if they still have it and link it down below for you guys. But pretty much any eyeshadow will do. I just think I couldn't get my Wet n Wild one quick enough. That's usually like my go-to brush at the moment. Then I was like, hey, I haven't used my Kathleen Lights Where the Night Is quad colors yet. So I ran and I got those and I started playing with two of the colors from the quad. So that's what you will see next. With an e.l.f. brush, this is a crease brush from e.l.f. I started using Porter. This is like a burgundy reddish color with some like silvery glitters to it. And I applied this really close to the bottom of my crease. That way I still have that salted caramel and milk chocolate at the top. So I'm just keeping that really close to my eyelid and my crease. These colors are super pigmented and creamy, so I'm just going to blend it out to make sure that everything is nice and blended and I don't have any harsh lines. This color definitely gave me the intensity that I wanted on my crease. So I was really happy with it because I thought the other eyeshadow, the Amaretto color, really wasn't doing it. I could have always gone back in with Fix Plus and fixed it, but I mean, I was like, hey, I haven't used those shadows, so might as well bring them in now and see how they work. Now I'm going back in with that same Salted Caramel and the Milk Chocolate colors and just blending it in my crease as well. So that once again, I don't have any harsh lines and I have a really blended out crease. Next, I'm going to go in with Telepathy. This is also from that Kathleen Light Squad. This is a really pretty yellowy green color. And I'm using my finger to dab it in because I think this is like the best way to pack on colors when you're using Colourpop eyeshadows. So I'm just going ahead and applying it pretty much everywhere, all over my lid, and staying really, really low once again so I don't get any color into that crease. Then I went back in with that e.l.f. crease eyeshadow brush and a little bit of Porter again on there, and I'm just blending the colors out so there's no harsh lines in between that yellow and that mauve. It's more like a mauve burgundy color. That's what I like to call it. Then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start applying my foundation. And I didn't show it to you guys at first, but I will show it to you later on in the clip. I'm using the Bliss foundation. I got this one from Kohl's. It's a pretty good foundation. It's a matte foundation and it's supposed to last up to 10 hours a day. I'm in the shade Natural. So I'm still testing the waters with it. I don't know how I feel about it yet, but I will let you guys know how I like it in the weeks to come. And of course, I'm using my Morphe blending brush to blend all of this out. Taking my sweet time to blend it out. Later on, I went back in with a little bit more of the foundation, like right under my eye area, because I found that it didn't give me that much coverage. Once again, also my under eye circles were on a point this day. They were really, really dark. So not getting any sleep doesn't help when it comes to makeup. Moving on from foundation, next I'm going to apply my NYX Dark Circle Concealer under my eyes in the shade Medium, because on Saturday I could get all the help I needed with covering my under eye circles. They were on point. Next, I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Better Skin Concealer, and I'm just going to apply that everywhere and hope that I get some even more coverage. I was going hardcore, not playing with them on this day. And of course, I'm talking to my mom about tips about makeup along the way. Stay tuned for the end. You're going to see some bloopers. Then I'm going to use a BH Cosmetics it's like a pointer brush, and I'm going to blend out my concealer by dabbing it all out. This whole video was a struggle of me trying to keep a straight face because the entire time I was filming, my parents were actually in the background doing things around the house and making funny jokes. So that's why I kept looking to the side, and then at some points you'll see me randomly laughing or whatnot. But hopefully at the end it'll all make sense. I have some bloopers, and it is my mom talking in Spanish, but they do have English subtitles. So hopefully you guys will enjoy those and get a laugh with me, because they were definitely teasing me and just talking about all sorts of funny things while I was filming. Go figure, right? After I'm done blending that, I'm gonna go in with the Lorac Pro Contour Palette, and I'm just gonna use the lightest shade in the contour, and I'm just gonna bronze my skin up a bit. I'm not going too harsh or anything like that. As you can see, I'm using a fluffy brush. This is a Morphe brush as well, which I will also link in down below in the description bar so you guys can see. Moving on, I went in with the Wet n Wild color icon blush. This is in the shade Blush. Yep, very mainstream. And I'm just using a Wet n Wild blush brush to apply that one on there too. I wanted to keep everything else very neutral since the eyes were kind of standing out. And my mom was making me laugh as usual. Then I went in with that Ofra Cosmetics banana powder, and I just set my under eye concealer so that it wouldn't crease up that much. I'm going in with the Mary Luminizer from The Balm, and I'm just going to highlight my cheeks. I'm using the awful Morphe brush that I've told you guys that I hate. I know I'm still using it. I just haven't found a replacement yet, so might as well just use it while I can. I don't want to just leave it there off to the side and neglect it. I'm sorry. I love my brushes, even if they shed like crazy. And I'm just going to go back and forth with that highlighter until I feel that I'm glowing. Highlight everywhere. Go back to it. Yes. Keep going. Then I'm going to go in with that same porter color and put it on my lash line. Here you can see the differences. Of course, I was a jerk once again and I got out of the frame, so you couldn't really see the process. Next, I'm going to use my NYX Eyebrow Micro Brow Pencil, and I'm just going to do my brows. I feel like you guys saw this last time too, so I'm just going to fast forward through it and skip a few steps and show you the end result. On this frame, I came back with a wing and I applied false lashes on there. Now I'm just going to highlight my brows. From the wing, I just did it how I did it on my last video like I showed you guys. I did it with the liquid liner, and then the falsies, I'm going to link down below which ones I use and what glue I used and all of that fun stuff. If you guys want a tutorial on how to apply false lashes, just let me know and your wish will be granted. I'm just blending out concealer with my pencil in order to highlight my brow bone and then just erase any mistakes I may have made once I was filling in my brows. Once again, I filled in my brows pretty much at the same shape that they are. I didn't want to overshape them or anything like that. I try to keep my brows very, very natural because, I don't know, I'm basic like that. So I just like adding the extra definition and that color to make them pop a little bit, but I don't like going too crazy with them. Last, I'm going to go in with the color Aquarius from Colourpop. I really like this lippy. It's very natural and I feel like it ties in the look very nicely since the eyes are very bold. This is pretty much it for this tutorial, you guys. Here's a closer look of how it ended up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all very soon.
¿Y cómo lo hago? ¿Me pongo esa abajo y después esa arriba?
Porque con las ojeras, tú no viste las horas que yo tenía antes.
Yo nomás que me pongo ese. Pero yo no me he hecho tanto. Yo me he hecho 3 puntitos.
También lo estás haciendo mal. Ah, tú dices de lo otro que me hice.
Te metes un camelita abajo, un rojo arriba, un rosado abajo.
Los ojos.
También. Otra cosa más.
Sí, porque